Hello, my name is Miss Wilson and I teach high school English at St. Francis de Sales. So if you are thinking about coming to de Sales, then welcome. Um, Now I'm going to talk about the high school grading scale and why it matters and why you should care. So this is the middle school grading scale. You might be familiar with it, so at least I hope you are. So let's take a look at this. The EMWN. So E would it be exceeding the standard, M meeting the standard, W working toward it, and N not meeting it. So this is great and all, but once you get to high school, this is going to change, and I'm going to show you what ours looks like. So this is pretty fancy, but before you get overwhelmed, I want to explain it. So if you look here on the left, there are some numbers that correspond with these letters, and I'm going to explain that first. So Molly gets a 45 out of 50 on her last assessment. This will go into the grade book as a 90% because 45 out of 50 equals 90. So think about it this way. If you have a fraction and I multiply that by 2 because I want to get to 100, right? So 50 times 2 equals 100. 45 times 2 equals 90 because I want to always maximize out of 100. That would mean I receive a 90%. Well, let me just look at my chart here. If I get a 90%, okay, I'm going to look for 90%. Well, then I received a B plus on my paper. So it's pretty simple to use. Well, why does this matter and why do I care? Well, let's talk about it. So right now you're probably using standard-based grading. Well, this is done on a very basic level. So your teacher looks at what are called these standards to use to grade you. Okay, and these are something that you need to meet in order to pass mastery. Well, when you get to the high school grading scale, it's done at a very precise level. Okay, so instead of using the E's, the M's, the W's, or the N's, you're given a specific point value. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Well, I drew up a example. Okay, so for the sake of this argument, we are going to pretend that Nicki Minaj and Harry Styles are in my class. Okay, I wish they were, but they're not. Now, Nicki Minaj, you can see, is doing very well. She has a B plus. Harry Styles, unfortunately, not doing so well. So let's look at this. The first assignment I had was discussion questions. Nicki got a 15 out of 15 on her discussion questions, and then I had a pop quiz. She got a 16 out of 20, which is okay. They did a paper that was out of 100 points, which is pretty hefty as point values go, and then sonnets were out of 5. So why does this matter? What does it mean? Well, the 100 point values are going to weigh more heavily than the 5 points or the 15 points. Well, I can add up all these values. It's just like fractions, okay? Add up the 15, add up the 20, 100, and the 5, I get 140. So all of these will be out of 140. And then I add up the top value of the fraction. And I'm not getting all math oriented here on you because I'm an English teacher. But that will add up to what comes to 90%. Okay, so if she gets a 90% in my class, let's go back to our handy dandy chart. And that would be a B plus. So yay for Nicki. But unfortunately, Harry Styles is not passing. He has an F. So why do you care? Why does this matter? Well, you should be conscientious, especially even in middle school. I'm going to warn you in middle school of what you're doing with your assignments. You should get in a habit already of turning those in, getting those in, and already getting into this fashion of turning in those assignments and getting them in on time so that you can be like Nicki Minaj and not like Harry Styles. Okay? So my time is ending with you, but however, I hope this video helps, and hopefully I will meet you one day in my English class. Okay? Everyone have a wonderful day.